with that down, let's move on to main topic number 3, shall we? And our third main topic today gets submitted to us by Taylor R., who writes, "Hey, John, kind of cheating here a little bit since the Mortal Kombat trailer hasn't actually come out yet as I'm writing this. But I know it's going to come out before you start the Thursday show, so I wanted to get a head start and ask what you think of the new trailer. Thanks, and bring on the finish him." Not the filthy, the finish him. All right, thanks a lot for sending that in, man. And yes, we have been waiting. We have been talking about and waiting and saying, where is this Mortal Kombat trailer? Where is this trailer? It's supposed to be out by now. This movie is coming out fairly shortly. What's going on with it? When are we going to see it? Then we got the character posters yesterday, and we found out we were going to get it today. It was supposed to come out at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, but instead it dropped even earlier than that. It dropped around 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, and we got our first look at this trailer. And let me tell you what my general feelings of the trailer are, okay? So let me get the bad stuff out of the way first, okay? Let me get the bad stuff out of the way. There are a few moments in this trailer that are they feel a little forced. And it kind of feeds into the silliness of it a bit. Well, I didn't need to hear Scorpion say, "Get over here," like he does in the video game. I didn't need to see that in the trailer. I'll be honest with you. I didn't need to see that in the trailer. So that's fine. Also, kind of like, I didn't like hearing the one line from Sub-Zero saying, "I am Sub-Zero." It's like, okay, it felt a little, on that level, it felt a little video game-ish. You know, I mean, yeah. John, you do realize what Mortal Kombat is, right? Of course I do.
Well, also as if we couldn't figure out that he was Sub-Zero based on everything
else. Yes.
Right?
I mean, it was unnecessary. It was unnecessary. Although I will say, enforced lines of character lines from games and forcing them into the trailer, I will say, Kano wins was I love the way he said it. Kano wins. I did love that. So there were parts of it that felt a little schlocky. There were parts of it that felt a little forced. There it is. But for a movie called Mortal Kombat,
right,
this was all those other things I said aside, and those other things are true. But that aside, this for a movie called Mortal Kombat, oh my God, this thing captured the vibe that I think everybody was wanting to see in a Mortal Kombat movie. I think that's the thing. It perfectly captured the vibe that people are wanting in this movie, from the brutal fatalities, the kind of obnoxious, over-the-top kind of action. I'm not going to lie, I gave out a little bit of a squeal. I'll bring this up on the screen. I gave up a little bit of a squeal when Goro started coming out with his arms out, the forearm on. I mean, it's like, I'm watching the trailer, it's like, where's Prince Goro? Where is he? Where is he? And then he pops out of nowhere and comes flying down on the dude.
That's the Makad Brooks role, right?
No, that's the giant orc-looking guy with 4 arms.
Oh,
who jumps
okay.
that
I was
thing.
thinking the Makad Brooks role with those like
No, that's the Jax. No,
that's
Jax.
Got it. Okay.
So that
clearly I don't play the game.
I gotta say, my favorite shot in the trailer, and there were several good ones, like the flame fire dragon forming. That was really cool. A bunch of the fatalities were cool, but my favorite shot had to be Sub-Zero slices the guy, blood splatters into the air, slow-mo, freeze blood splatter into Spike, grab it and stab him with his own leaking blood. Kill him with his own leaking blood. And he grabbed that thing, and the camera angle was, from a cinematography point of view, it was beautifully shot too. It's like, boom, grabs the thing, stabs him.
I don't need a weapon. I will use your body as a weapon.
Own blood to stab you to death. Yeah. That's as badass as it gets. So look, is this movie going to be great? Oh, I don't know. I believe there is a high possibility this could be really cheesy junk. I mean, it could be very, very bad. But if we're just talking about the trailer, the things that I think they could have done without, notwithstanding, this was a trailer that captured the DNA of what people were looking for in this trailer. I thought it looked great on that level. They put a lot of badass shots in it. And let's face it, a lot of people are not going into watching Mortal Kombat to watch I mean, I don't know, to watch any sort of Othello.
Right.
They're not going in to watch deep narrative. We're not going into Mortal Kombat with a cold guy whose name is Sub-Zero. I mean,
and even in the same genre, people aren't going into Mortal Kombat expecting it to be John Wick. Like the bar is pretty low as far as video game movies are concerned.
Yeah, but for what it is, I was very, very impressed by the different looks, the different shots, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, a couple of the lines notwithstanding, maybe a little bit cheesy, but they understood what their audience was looking for. And they served it up on a big all-you-can-eat platter, and we're chowing down on it. It's rolling down our lips. We're getting it on our bibs. It's sitting on our pants, whatever it is. It's good. Anyway, Aaron, you had a chance this morning to watch this Mortal Kombat trailer. What did you make of it?
I loved it. And I was not expecting to love it because I often find that films made from video games, these types of video games.
Oh, no, they always suck. They
always suck. Like, they always look contrived. I think that they always, a lot of times, I find the graphics to be either so over the top that, and I don't want to say that they don't look natural, because obviously none of this looks natural, but they just look. It almost feels like I'm watching a video game. And if I want to watch a video game, I'll go on Twitch and watch that. If I want to see a movie, I want to see really high quality CGI, which is what I saw in the film, in the trailer. I love the fact that Hiroyuki Sanada, who I fell madly in love with during season two of season two of Westworld.
Right.
As soon as I saw him in the trailer, I went,
Samurai World?
In Samurai World. Yeah. But as soon as I saw him in this trailer, I went, I'm in. I will go see this tomorrow because I will see anything he's in. Not only is he an incredible fighter, but he's also an amazing actor and just so beautiful to watch. His performances are stunning. I really like, for someone who's never played Mortal Kombat and is not into the world of Mortal Kombat, I really like the specificity of each of the characters. Like, I immediately knew that who each of the characters were.
Right.
I was like, I see Sonya Blade, I see Sub-Zero, I see Scorpion. I can tell you right now, Sub-Zero is going to be my favorite character. I mean, not just because of someone having the ability to kill you with your own blood. That's amazing. But also just all of they really look like they took the time to do his graphics in a way that that paint that picture for you. Like, every time he came on and he did some cool thing of throwing ice crystals everywhere, I got very excited. Because we don't see that very often. I think the last character that I'm really remembering was January Jones and that god-awful X-Men, whatever that was. Yeah. And so, we see a lot of people throwing fire, and that's always cool, but I'm excited to see Sub-Zero, and for a movie that I am not the target demographic of, I am very excited about this.
The other thing too I should mention here is that the original Mortal Kombat movie is all kinds of bad. I mean, it's all kinds of bad. But myself and a lot of people love it nonetheless. Like, look, we're not dumb. We know it's a bad movie.
So there was an original I was thinking that
there was the original Mortal, and then there was a terrible sequel. Oh, that came out when I was in school. I mean, it was ages ago when it came out. But it had Christopher Lambert of the Highlander as Lord Raiden, which, like, even in that time, a bunch of us were like, Christopher Lambert, this European dude, is Lord Raiden? What? But at any rate, the original Mortal Kombat movie is all kinds of bad, but we love it. But here's the thing. The soundtrack of the original Mortal Kombat movie is seriously, I'm not talking about the score of a film.
Right.
I'm talking about the soundtrack. The soundtrack, and I say this without hyperbole, I think it's my all-time favorite soundtrack.
Really?
The soundtrack is thumping, it drives, it's powerful, like everything from the main Mortal Kombat theme to like Du Hast and all this kind of stuff. Like, they just have a lot of stuff on it. And it was really, I was waiting to hear if they were going to put any kind of overtures of that in there. And sure enough, as the trailer was ending, you get that kind of a little, it's a subtle nod to it. Bum, instead of bum, 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 right? It goes bum, 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 like a little bit slow so you could recognize what it was going for. I wish they had played a little bit more into it. I would have liked to have heard one song from the original Mortal Kombat soundtrack. But they didn't, and that's fine.
Yeah. It's like German death goth.
There's some of that in there too. So listen, guys, the question here is, did you have a chance to see the Mortal Kombat trailer? I thought there was a number of things about it that could have been left out, felt a little forced, felt a little cheesy. Sure, okay, fine. But really, this was the trailer fans were wanting to see. They put in great action. They put in some hype lines. They put in some great fatalities. As a trailer, it tells us what we can expect to see in this movie. Question, maybe it worked for you, maybe it didn't, I don't know. But what do you guys think about it? Jump on down to the comment section below and let me know your thoughts. Okay, guys.